Hey there, folks. Wacky Weatherman here. Welcome to your Wacky Weather nighttime update, your bedtime update. So this is March 30th again. We're going to go ahead and check this Wacky Weatherman weather for tomorrow for in the morning. And it's like 64 degrees outside. It's at a little after 11 p.m. Central Time. So let's go ahead and get right up into this and check this out. Because we have a new video from Noah Bergman. Let's check it out.
Tomorrow night for you to have multiple ways to get severe weather alerts. Meteorologist Noah Bergman joins us now to help walk through checking your phone.
And Todd, it's important because the alerts are only as good as your way to get them. So I'm going to walk you through now, making sure that you have the way to get those alerts. First and foremost, what I want to show you, and here's my phone. Disregard the massive emails and texts that I have, as Todd just pointed out. When you go on an iPhone or an Android, go to settings. So I'm going to turn around so you can see it. Tap on settings. On an iPhone, it's the same as Android, but on an iPhone, you go to notifications, scroll all the way down, and at the bottom, you're going to see here where it says emergency alerts. This is different than having any weather app. This is from the National Weather Service. When their forecaster on shift clicks that button for a tornado warning, your phone will get the wireless emergency alert. Make sure right there where it says emergency alerts and always play sound is on. The other thing, too, you can do is when you download the WPST radar app, if you're new to downloading it for the first time, it'll walk you through putting through the alerts. But if you're confused of where to check on it, you go to the three dots in the top right. Then you go to settings, and then you can play around with being notified for what you want for tornado warnings for tomorrow evening. All right, let's go to the maps now. We've got lots to talk about for tomorrow. Yep. First, tonight, we've got temperatures in the 60s. It's warm, and as expected, we've got some rain and general thunderstorms coming in. This will be quite a bit of thunder the next few hours, but nothing severe is expected overnight. So rain, some thunder, maybe some small hail too overnight. Waking up tomorrow morning, a good deal of clouds, maybe some showers. Now, the key to tomorrow that you can watch yourself is when do the showers end. The line in the sand is 12 to 12:30. If the rain is done by 12 to 12:30, then things probably will get a little more elevated and concerning for tomorrow evening. Here's our computer model, which still does have a shower around 1:15 or so, but it has some breaks in the clouds, generates some instability, and by about 4 o'clock, we'll get a storm that forms maybe in southeast Missouri, and a lot of storms that start to form by 4:30, 5:30. Now, I want to stop this here for you about 6:30 to 7, because I've been following weather for about maybe 15 years now, studying it 6 or 7 days a week. This computer model has been a thing for about 2 years now. And since this computer model has been in existence, I have not seen an output like this in a while. Now, I'm not trying to scare you by saying that. I just want to point this out to you. This represents what would be the scenario of which where if the rain ends by noon or 1 o'clock, we get some sunny breaks, the temps get into the mid-70s. Look right here. This is 7. Now, you can literally see this on the screen here. These are supercells. There's one right here coming by Madisonville. There's one here in Marshall County. There's one here near Martin, Tennessee. There's one down here near Jackson, Tennessee. And there's one over here down by Jonesboro. And you can literally see the curvature on these guys. And each of these concurrently would pose a risk for tornadoes, potentially strong tornadoes that could be on the ground for a while. This is kind of the worst case scenario. If we get some sun in the afternoon, we could have multiple supercells at once in the mid-evening pushing to the east. Here's a different.
And if that's the case, we will be live, folks. If that's the case, I will definitely go live for you all. If that's the case, we will go live.
We get some sunny breaks. Tomorrow is the type of day where the more sun we get, the more it'll heat the atmosphere and the higher the risk will be in the evening. But it's a little bit later, and it's a little more linear. Here we are at 6:15, not much yet. Here we are at 8 o'clock Friday evening. Here's a supercell that could produce a tornado in Union City area, Martin. But here's a line of storms. A broken line of supercells. These could produce tornadoes, but the risk might be a little lower if it happens this late in the night. Here's 9:15 coming into Carbondale, down back towards East Prairie and Sykeston, down into the Boot Heel, coming across the Purchase area. This is 10:15. So notice this model, different scenario. It's a little bit lower risk. It's more of a line of storms, and it's a little later in the evening. Let's hope for this. This still could produce tornadoes, don't get me wrong, but the risk of tornadoes would be lower in a line like this, whereas if we got just pure supercells, and by the way, anywhere in here there could be some wind damage as well. This forecast could bust the following, and by bust I mean we don't get any tornadoes. If it rains into the early afternoon, the temps stay in the 60s, then we might not get much of anything. So if you want to hope for something or just follow along during the day, if it's still raining come 1:30, 2 across a good part of the area, we might not get much. Tomorrow evening, though, is the type of evening. Please have a way to get the alerts. Windy on Saturday, 55. Breezy Sunday, 64. 72 with maybe an isolated storm Monday. Then a more significant threat for severe weather could materialize Tuesday of next week.
Busy morning in the weather department. Looking over.
All right, folks, Wacky Weather Man, that's going to do it for me. But I will see you all in the morning, and we'll just see what happens. And should we end up with a outbreak of severe weather, I will go live. I just don't. I don't know what time. I don't know when I'm going to go live, but it'll be sometime, probably about 3 or something. And so, anyway, so y'all just be groovy. Wacky Weatherman, March 30th, 2023. Tomorrow's the 31st, payday, and I'll see y'all then. So, I'll see you in the morning, and we'll just take a look at it. Keep this thing humping, man. There y'all go. There's your Wacky Weather bedtime update. Y'all sleep well and cover up good, man. And we'll just see what happens tomorrow. So this is what we got to look forward to. It's Friday's almost here, so enjoy, and y'all have a groovy night.